This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet.
So ready to go. It will be Lakita to bowl first. She bowled very well yesterday. I liked her as a player. She gets the ball, I was just about to say, normally in the right areas, but unfortunately, that is, can you say it's a commentator's curse when I didn't actually say it? I'll take it. I'll take it on the jaw. I was going to say she normally gets the ball in the right areas. This time, it's a no ball that's going to go all the way for 4 byes. Couldn't stop it if she tried. That's better in the air, but in the gap, there's going to be 4 more. So it's a super start here from Croatia. I know the other gifted 5, but the free hit gets put away for 4 as well. That's a shot that Lydia plays really well. Like the way she takes her time, gets herself prepared, and gets the wicket. This is played on. And that's going to be the end of Lydia. Did say that she likes to play this shot, but unfortunately this time, I don't think it's quite on. The ball is not wide enough. And you see it here, she's going to play that shot, but that ball's too straight. And all she manages to do is chop it back onto the stump. Let's have a look at it here. So, yeah, doesn't this time get across. Needed to go a little bit more. And, yeah, onto her own stump. So, good comeback from Lakita. There is the wicket, and Croatia lose their first, and it's a big wicket as well. So you just get the feeling that if she gets that sort of delivery, she'll get good bat on board. She does. You have to run hard hit to get in, though. Direct hit, and they're going to go upstairs to check here. I think the umpire just wants to make sure that the bat does actually go down here. So this is going to be interesting here. Let's have a look. Here's the throw. She's struggling, the bat's in the air, not keeping the bat down, and that's going to be out. Oh, no. Let's keep this going. Let's see the bails come off there. She's going to be out here. So Ines is going to go first ball, run out. Direct hit from the fielder. The news will get through now, and look at that joy. Keep it on this screen for a moment. Watch them celebrate. They'll come from everywhere. Excellent bit of fielding. Well, I know not there, but if I was there, I would have just said to bring the tea bags. Yorkshire tea. Like Yorkshire tea, well, I like this as well. That's going to go past the... I think that goes in between the bowler and the stumps. Gets through the fielders. That's going to be 4 runs.
Nicely hit. It's always a good place to aim. It's straight back past the bowler because there was 2 fielders. They're pretty straight, actually. It raced away.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A proper roast dinner. Anyway, back to the action. That's well played. That's nicely timed. It could go all the way to the boundary, and it will. Well, not too many get past our top fielder out there, Swetha, but even Swetha can't stop this. That's going to be 4 runs. Nicely played. Beautifully timed there from Helen. Well, we know she plays the cut shot very well. How will the igloo fare with the wind?
I can't even think about it.
That
one's crunched away. It's a lovely shot from Helen, this time on her preferred offside. This is turning into an excellent over, but as a bowler as well, certainly not one I wanted to have in my stomach before bowling a few overs, as that one's probably going to go all the way to the boundary. It's a bit of a misfield out there by Svetlana. Remember, it was her brilliant throw earlier in the game that got Ines out for a golden duck. On this occasion, though, she was a bit too eager to get to the ball. Probably would have been better standing still, letting that ball come to her. In the end, flashes past her hands, and it's another boundary. The boundaries are flowing now.
So they, yeah, for them, I made them kebabs, and they had wings and nuggets as well. And they said that's the best tea they ever had. That's going to be a cracking shot. What a good shot this is. Well, Pavla says, well, Helen, if you think you can play out the offside, how about this? And this is a cracking shot as well. Doesn't quite get the foot to the pitch of it. They were a really good tea. So well done to Madrid. That's played out. That's going to be 4 more. Another good strike from Pavla. When she hits it, it stays hit. And now she moves to 30. What a good shot that is. And what I liked about Pavla yesterday, Tina, is that she stands so straight and her timing of the ball is brilliant. 2025 season, of course, that's gone. What a good comeback from the bowler, Tanuja. Look at the celebration. She's absolutely loving it. And now she just stands there after the initial adrenaline flow and says, I did that. I did it. Yep, you did. And it's a great delivery to get out. A very good batter. Well bowled.
excellent delivery and a perfect response to being crunched through the covers for 4 is to come back, bowl full and straight, and that's exactly what Tanuja does on that occasion. They haven't been able to get away. They have now got to 80, so they've tied with the highest score posted by Malta in that first game, and that is a brilliant catch.
Oh la la la, what a catch. Well, Tanuja, she picks up another wicket, but look at the take here from the keeper. Fantastic from Jess. Have a look at this. Oh, that is unbelievable. What a catch. Well, I know Vinny Sandhu is a bit of a keeper himself. He's in the chat. He's going to like this one. That is an exceptional catch. Well done to the wicketkeeper there. Jessica had just taken an absolute blinder.
A brilliant piece of wicket-keeping by the Malta captain. Can they finish with a flourish here? Are they going to... They've got to go for that single, surely. Now they can go again. They've got to keep running. Why is the umpire called for the review? They should carry on running. The pads are off. It's absolute carnage out there in the middle. I don't know if he's going to call the dead ball here because he went for a review while the ball was still in play. I'm not sure why he went so early.
I think they'll still let it be. I think this is everybody, all the Croatian bench here. I think that... Well, I don't know where the feet were here. Maybe we see it one more time. But all the Croatian bench, look at the running. It's going to be given out in the end because I think it is. I think if you have a look here, the bat just in the air and the feet aren't inside. But all the Croatian bench are screaming, run, run, run. And the poor batter saying, I can't even stand still, let alone run with these pads on.
She will be watching the first delivery bowled. And at the other end, it looks like it's the captain of Malta. So that's a familiar figure there, opening the batting. That's Jessica Reimer, not allowing Malta any easy runs. And, well, there's an early wicket, and it's a great delivery by the captain of Croatia, Lydia. It goes straight through the defences. It's captain to captain. And the guest, Lydia, she's the one that comes out on top. It's an early wicket for Malta, 1 for 1, and Jessica Reimer, who's been quite a consistent performer for her side the whole week, gets undone early on. It's just the length that does it for her. It's 2 full by the time she gets her bat down on it. It's already past her, and the stumps have been rearranged. So Jessica isn't able to be Mrs. Consistent through this batting innings. She has to depart, and it brings Anupama Ramashan to the crease. And if you were here for my intro before this game, I was asking, why isn't she opening? She's clearly the strongest batter for Malta. Well, she's pretty much opening here as she enters, and she's departed here. Well, it was undone by the lack of appeal there, but she must have got a bit of bat on that. And the umpire, he raises his finger of doom, and Anupama, the star for Malta, she departs first ball. And yeah, it was a good take there. In fact, it was less of an appeal from Lydia and more of a statement of fact. She puts up the finger, the umpire mirrors her, he puts up his finger, and Anupama Ramashan has to depart. And this hope that Croatia give them a few freebies, but that's gone. That's the third wicket, and the appeal, well, you don't need to appeal when you clean bowler. As Sweater plays all around that one, and hello Helen, she gets in on the act here. Let's take a look at this. It almost just caresses the top of the off bail, and Helen is, I don't know if she's appealing or celebrating or a bit of both. The umpire just can say to her, yeah, it's a wicket. There's no decision for me to make. And a round of applause for herself and a high five from her captain. The vast majority of the runs, and that's a great piece of fielding from Pavla there off her own bowling. Sticks out her right hand, and it would have been trouble there because the mid-on is relatively wide. Here's Ladder. Don't think she would have got to it. The umpire, he was ready to take cover. But good stop there from the bowler.
And I think you've got to say, right, okay, if that gets us something, if that gets us a point, then we've got to work for the point. There's a catching chance taken. It's another one that's going to go. Helen, what a good player she is. Does everything right. Bowls well, bats well, and catches well as well. She's going to get Dora a wicket here as Lakita is going to be kind of a soft dismissal for her. It doesn't really get the power in it, but it's well taken there by Helen.
It would have been a wide, Rico. She stretches for it.
Absolutely right. And I think that's something that we kind of picked up on yesterday, that they, one thing, and we said this at the end of the day, one thing that Malta could do, they're going to double up here, and they will make it. But one thing that they could have done yesterday is just to take a leaf out of the book of the fielding that Croatia was doing. That series coming up in Jersey, which of course starts tomorrow.
We'll wait with bated breath for that one, as that's hit firmly down the ground, and it's half stopped again by Anita Skoric. They're going to come through for two. The race is on, and in the end, Sanuja goes so wide. She's running the slalom there. I wonder if we can see this one on the replay. She starts off running straight. By the time she gets back there, yeah, she's taking a left turn, and well, she's just about in.
Of course, after this one, they'll play their match number 4. That one is probably
here.
out. Yeah, I don't think the batter gets back, and she knows it as well. It's going to be disappointment. Sweta, she looks like she can hit the ball pretty well, but look, there's Helen again. And I think somebody in the chat was saying that the Virginia Wade lookalike.
Paul there.
Was it Paul who said that? Yeah, like that, Paul.
As we go into the 9th over, it will be bowled by Pavla, and there's a peel there, and it's going to be out. Again, it's the world's most polite and silent appeal, but it's a wicket nonetheless. It doesn't matter how you appeal, as long as someone asks the question. Pavla asked the question on that occasion, and
no shot played.
No shot played. Maybe just the question of height.
Yeah, the height was the only thing I would have thought about here.
It's hit into the offside, but Virginia Wade, looking like, as dubbed by Paul, sweeps up, and there's a chance of a run out here. It's given on field. I wasn't sure actually if the wicketkeeper Innes had the ball in hand, but certainly the umpire seems to think so. It was again a don't run on a misfield. It wasn't much of a misfield from Helen, and in the end she had time to recalibrate, look at which end to throw it to, pick the right end, and it's a nice bit of glove work there from Innes to initiate the run out. And well, the drop back there more or less kind of sums up this innings for Malta. It hasn't really got going.
I feel for Svetlana, because unfortunately Thambi at the other end just didn't want to help her. She hit the ball well a couple of times. Thambi said, and there were singles there, Thambi saying no, and she goes again. Thambi says no, she has to get back. And on this occasion, I mean, Helen, she's got a good strong arm. He doesn't make it. That's played up in the air. Thambi this time will run, and they will get home for a single. But yeah, Lydia, super bowling. It's the end of the match, and Malta, they won't get even to a point where they get a point. And there's the celebrations then from Croatia.